Okay, good morning, everyone, and thank you for coming. So, I bet that all of you are eager to know what I have in store for us today, right? So, is every member of the meeting present?
Oh yes, Miss Atiqah, everyone is present for today's meeting and I will be secretary. So I will record and jot down every minute of the meeting. I will also present some slides that the executive board has prepared for.
Okay, that's good. By the way, congratulations to our financial director, Ms. Syahirah. I heard from our parent company that you have won an award for Perfectly Present Award. So I hope that after this, you and also the others will be able to achieve better things next. So, Ms. Shaira, do you perhaps want to give some kind of speech?
Yes. First of all, thank you, Ms. Atiqah. I want to use this opportunity to say thanks to everyone here for your continuous support. Also, I just want to update in here that Faizah Pilihan Berhad has agreed to become our main sponsor in every of our charity events. And I hope that with a lot of successful charity events managed by our organization, we also got to be sponsored to put our organization's promotion ads on TV3.
Wow, what a great news. I also heard from Miss Hannah that we also got nominated on the most impactful charity campaign along with other prestigious companies such as Petronas Sdn Bhd.
Those achievements are they are surely amazing, but I am actually more concerned on your physical and mental health during this pandemic. I hope everyone is doing well. Okay. Do not hesitate to let the company know if you are in it or if you need some kind of break or you need some kind of help. Okay.
Thank you, Ms. Atiqah. I think we can all agree that we are in pink of health. Thank you once again for your understanding and concern on our well-being, Ms. Atiqah.
Honestly, besides feeling that 2022 arrived so fast in just blink of an eye, I am just excited for our upcoming charity events that we have planned throughout the year. Seeing more smiles on people's faces that we have fills me up a lot, really.
Well, I am very glad to hear that all of you are doing okay, and I believe that we all agree with you, Miss Hannah. So, before we proceed with the agenda, we will first review and confirm the agenda. Okay, so first of all, we have welcome speech from me, and then review and confirm agenda. After that, we have details for the next meeting, next matters arising, and then any other business, and then details for next meeting, and then round the table assessment, and lastly, we have adjourn. So that's all for today's agenda. Am I correct, Miss Hannah?
Oh yes, Miss Atika. As we all know, we are planning to have a family day for our PanCare organization to honor all of the efforts that we and the volunteers have done to aid people in needs during this long pandemic, soon to be endemic. So Miss Atika, as the chairperson for this organization, can we appoint you to be the event director for this big event?
Yeah, sure, Miss Hannah. I'm very glad actually to be the one responsible for this event because if I were to be honest, out of all the events that we plan to have this year, this Family Days event is one of the event that I am very most excited about.
Well, I do believe that the volunteers have been waiting for this day too, where we can openly appreciate their huge efforts. I trust your guidance, Miss Atika, and we will surely be able to plan this event greatly since it's only occasionally done.
Sure it is, Mr. Harzan.
as we usually do, right? All of us can and will do our best in managing this happy event together.
Okay, thank you, everyone. I hope all of you can give the best teamwork energy as you all usually are for this upcoming event. We will then quickly move on to our second agenda, which is to discuss the details for the family day. Okay, so let's start. Anyone would like to present the planning on that day, like our transportation, etc.?
Oh, excuse me, Miss Atiqah. Before we start discussing the details, allow me to say that only some of the planning for this event are confirmed, and some are yet to be confirmed, as a lot of proposals that we need to go through first before declaring it as a complete planning for the Family Days event.
Okay, noted, Miss Hannah. It is indeed understandable, and please, don't rush yourself too much for this. Okay. This event should be perfectly planned, and to achieve that perfectness, I know more than anyone that you all have worked so hard for this. Like how long it is already since we were formed as a team together by the parent company.
Indeed, Miss Atiqah. We are certainly grateful to have a great and caring leader like you to lead us after all this time. Going back to your earlier question, Miss Atiqah, regarding transportation and such, or to be exact, our morning detective on that day, I believe Mr. Irsyad has a lot to say on that, right, Mr. Irsyad?
Yes, thank you, Ms. Syahirah. Just to remind everyone in the meeting, this family day will be held at Pulau Kapas, Terengganu. My team decided on Pulau Kapas to be the destination is actually based on a questionnaire that we have handed out in the last 2 weeks via Google Form to all of our staff and the volunteers. This event will be held for 3 days and 2 nights, starting from Friday 22nd April 2022 until Sunday 24th April 2022. We will depart as early as 10 a.m. to give way for the volunteers and our staff to have their breakfast first before boarding the bus. Great news, by the way. We are on the lucky side because our transportation, the bus, is being sponsored by Sunny Express Sendirian Berhad.
Okay, wow. That's great. Good job, Mr. Irsyad.
Thank you so much, Miss Atiqah. After departing, we will arrive at the jetty approximately after an hour of drive, where we will continue using 2 boats to go to the island. Another surprise my team and I prepared that the boats that we are using is also being sponsored by our parent company, our NH Prima International Sdn Berhad. Soon after arriving, we then will gather at Marang Jetty in the Pulau Kapas and check the names of the participants first before we board the boats to not unintentionally leaving anyone behind on the mainland.
Okay. That is surely a good start. It's great that your team gets to talk to our parent company about this. Much greater if we could get more sponsors from them. So moving on. Now we are on the island. So what's next?
Okay, that will be me. Next is the accommodation which I am in charge for. After a long contemplation, I have reduced a total of 11 places to only 3 places, which are Ombak Kapas Island Resort, Kapas Coral Beach Resort, and also D-Seri Kapas Island Resort. I have confirmed with all these 3 resorts that there are enough available rooms for the volunteers on the 22nd of April 2022. And to be honest, this is quite unexpected since we decided to do this on family day on the weekend, but I guess the luck is on our side. But excuse me, the reason of why I choose these best 3 states instead of just picking out one are because that I want the boss to also be included in making this decision. Hence, I will hand out the promotion templates for these 3 resorts later. So please inform me your chosen resort after you have decided on one.
That is undeniably a good decision done by you, Mr. Harzan. But truthfully, Mr. Harzan, out of that three, what is your personal pick?
Well, for me, if you ask me, my personal pick is Kapas Coral Beach Resort. But I hope this won't influence you at all because later when it's your turn to decide, well, it's your suggestion, not mine.
Well, I think it won't happen, Mr. Harzan, and don't be worried over things like that. By the way, is it possible for us to perhaps ask the parent company to sponsor for our stays too?
You can try asking them, Miss Shaira. Who knows, right? The luck might be on our side again.
Yeah, I think, not gonna lie, I think it is worth trying a shot. Mm.
Well then everyone, I will try calling them later. Let's wish for the best.
Okay, thank you, Miss Shaira. Now, what about the menu during our stay?
Oh, okay. Regarding the menu, I've asked all 3 resorts to send us their planned menus for 3 days, 2 nights. And they have promised that they will plan thoroughly before sending us the menus. Other than the planned menu, the resort are also open to any suggestion of menu from PanCare since I'm very sure we have one.
Uh, Thanks for your effort and surely we have fun, Mr. Harzan. For the family-based event, why don't we have a BBQ party on the seaside instead?
Oh yeah, that's a great suggestion, Shaira. Thank you for that one. But could we be sure that our volunteers and all of our staff be concerned enough the to not put the litter or any waste into the sea or on the seaside?
Well, I'm sure that we can work that one on, Mr. Ishan. I will contact the resort after this meeting and inform you all again. For the activities to be done during our stay there, well, the resort suggested us to do snorkeling and also beach volleyball. There are also jungle trekking trails provided if you want to try go jungle trekking. And yeah, they also provide kayaks for us to go kayaking. We could try diving too, they say. Do you want to suggest any more activities?
I actually think that those are plenty already, Mr. Harzan. But anyone else got any more suggestion?
I'm sorry to interrupt.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, there's a lot of activity. But Miss Atiqah, may I have the estimated cost for this family days event? Is because I want to check if we could still spend any more money or we could still get some things to be sponsored.
Actually, regarding this cost, Mr. Ishfaq, I'm afraid that we still don't have any say on that since none of this planning for the family-based event are confirmed yet. I will start working on the paperwork once we got the full tentative for this event fully prepared. I'm really sorry for that, Mr. Ishfaq.
All right, it's okay, Miss Shaira. Don't be sorry. I completely understand your situation. Take your time.
Miss Atika said, don't rush yourself too much. So I think this is all for the details since we have covered everything for now.
Okay, thank you, Miss Hannah. So now let's move on to the next agenda, shall we?
I second that motion, Ms. Atiqah.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Shaira. Anyone has any matters arising or perhaps some issues that we have accidentally overlooked regarding this family-based event?
Oh, I do, Miss Atika. Regarding our menu, shouldn't we do some surveys on our volunteers and staff first? Who knows? Some of them could have any allergies and some of them could be a vegetarian. Also, for our transportations, both bus and boats, I think we need to check if some of them could be having any motion sickness or seasick so that we can be ready if anything happens.
I see. Okay. Well, let's see what the others have to say about this first.
I couldn't agree more with what Mrs. Hannah said. I think there's a must, Miss Atika. How about we do the surveys using the Google Forms, just like how we did for the questionnaires asking about the place to do the family day?
I think that will be a lot easier and lesser time required too. So is there anything else?
If you don't mind, I have one in my mind right now. My suggestion would be like, what if we do a lucky draw during the family days event? Maybe we can give them money or some presents to appreciate our volunteers and staff more because of their efforts through since the start of the pandemic on what we have been through.
I think that's a good suggestion, Mr. Irsyad. May I request to be the one in charge in preparing the gift or perhaps the hampers instead?
Well, I personally got no objection for any of that, Mr. Irshad and Ms. Shairah. This family days event sure have a lot to offer. Yeah? I am getting more excited for this event actually. Okay, now we should move on to the next point, which is for any other business. Anyone has any other issues to be voiced out here outside for today's content?
Oh, should should we order customized shirts to celebrate our first organization first family day?
Well, personally, I mean, in my opinion, I don't think that is really necessary, but we could if we have enough budgets for that. I can do the design if we are really gonna do the t-shirts for the family day.
Sure. I have to admit that you really have the talent to be the one who should do the design. But I will settle on the budget as soon as possible so that we can proceed with that.
Okay, great, great. Anything else from the others?
Excuse me, Miss Atika. I just remembered one. May I suggest for us to hire a new cleaner to help the current cleaners? It seems that all of our current cleaners are getting too old to finish all the tasks perfectly. I believe they need some help, but they might be afraid to tell us that.
I see. Okay, noted, Mr. Irshad. Well, thank God that you pay attention on that because we might not realize that we have actually overworked them. I will surely pass that suggestion to the HR manager later, okay? Anyone would like to add more?
I think there's no more, Miss Atika.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Harzan. Now let's discuss the details for our next meeting.
Okay, so in the next meeting, I will be presenting regarding both costs and budgets needed for this 20 days event, and also regarding the sponsors that will succeed in getting and reduce expenses that are being sponsored.
We will also prevent the full tentative for the 3 days and 2 nights stay at the Pulau Kapas, including the menus after we carefully look at the surveys done regarding both allergies and also vegetarian issues.
Well, it's a great teamwork, everyone. As I expected from everyone. So is that all?
I think that is all, Miss Atika.
Okay. So we have come to the second last agenda for today, which is round the table assessment. Any other suggestions or opinions from the meeting members?
I have none for now.
Wait. I just remember. Do we want to let our volunteers or our staff to bring their families too? If yes, we might need more rooms. What do you think?
Well, I think it's great if they could bring their families too. The volunteers and our staff might be happy to hear this too. And also regarding the rooms, Mr. Harzan, is it possible for the resort to prepare more rooms for us? And if we include the families too, we might need a lot more rooms than expected.
Oh, if it's like that, I will call the results later. I'm sure the result will comply. If anything, I will inform earlier so that we can discuss it over again.
Thank you so much, Mr. Harzan. If you need some help, just tell us. We will settle it together.
Really appreciate the kind offer, Mrs. Ishad.
Well, that's great. Anyone would like to add more?
I think there's none already from us.
Okay, that's fine. Well, today we had a great session. Thanks to all of you. Unfortunately, the clock is now showing exactly 9:45. So before I end this meeting, do you guys have any other question? Is there any other issues to be voiced out? No? Okay, it's okay. Well then, thank you for coming. Will someone please propose the meeting to be adjourned?
I propose the meeting to be adjourned.
I second the motion.
All right, thank you, Mr. Irshad and Mr. Harzan. Okay, the meeting is adjourned. So have you all eaten your breakfast yet?
Oh, we actually have decided to eat together later after this meeting. Do you want to join us too, Miss Atiqah? If you are busy, we can pack some food for you instead.
Okay, before I decide that, may I know who will treat us this time?
If I remember correctly, it's supposed to be Mr. Ishad's turn today to treat us. Or perhaps Miss Atiqah wants to treat us instead.
Well, let's just go with Mr. Irshad, okay?
Yeah, great, Miss Atiqah. Today is truly a great day, really.
Let's go.
Okay, thank you everyone.